Welcome, guys, to another edition of Road to Ringside, and we're going to be reviewing Friday Night SmackDown, which was in Seattle, Washington tonight. Wow, what a great episode. We got to see Randy Orton start and finish the show. We got to see Lyra Valkyria and Bayley absolutely desecrate everyone in the women's tag team division on the SmackDown brand, and we also got to hear Cody Rhodes speak on a couple different things. Everyone, thank you again for tuning in, and of course, before the video starts, hit a like if you want to see Roxanne Perez on the main roster already. Obviously, we got to see her shine tonight going up against Tiffany Stratton, which we will discuss a little bit later. But hit the like button if you think she deserves to be on the main roster right now. And then one other thing, comment down below who you want Randy Orton face at WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas, guys. We're only 8 days away, and we don't have an opponent for Randy Orton just yet. I know it's kind of hinted that it might be Solo, but you know what? Let's just dive right in and talk about it. So again, Randy Orton started off SmackDown and also finished SmackDown. We'll kind of be combining both of those here in this segment. So first things first, man, I want to see Nick Aldis suit down, man. I want to see him get in the straps again, and I want to see this match happen. I want to see Randy Orton versus Nick Aldis. This would be very, very cool. And, you know, if this match doesn't happen, this goes to show that Nick Aldis is somebody who is down to get RKO'd a bajillion times until he can't take it anymore. Like, dude, he's been embarrassed twice now. Don't make it a third time. Let's get in the ring, let's strap up, and let's see it and make it happen. It'll be the first time a general manager goes up against a wrestler at a big night event just like WrestleMania. So I'd love to see something like that. And I'll be honest, guys, when I heard Solo Sikoa's music, it didn't resonate with me. I didn't really care for it much. I wasn't really too happy with that. And I definitely don't want to see a match where Solo goes up against Randy. So let's go ahead. His time in the sun. He was on the main event roster for quite some time. He was going up against Cody Rhodes. He was going up against other guys who are at the top of the level. I just don't want to see it happen again. I think it's time for other guys to get their moment. And ultimately, LA Knight came out. And they teamed up together, him and Randy. And then also we got Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga came out together as a unit, which was the main event for tonight as well. And overall, it was a great match. It was a great time. And I don't really know what the point of it was. I think it was just to have a main event with Randy Orton, just kind of show his abilities and whatnot. And of course, the ending of the match wasn't even about Randy Orton. It was about LA Knight. And then, of course, Jacob Fatu comes out and destroys LA Knight, hits him with 3 moonsaults off of the top rope, his signature move. And yeah, so I wasn't really too thrilled with how this Randy situation was treated. We still don't have an opponent for him, but I definitely hope that it's somebody that makes sense. It's got to make sense with Randy. It's got to make sense with some kind of storyline. I hope it's no one random like Aleister Black. But guys, you know what? I'm going to be doing a video on Randy Orton's potential opponents, so we will talk about that at another video. But overall, I love seeing Randy Orton start the show off. He's got great mic skills, and he's just got these voices in his head, man. He's going crazy. He's going crazy. We're starting to see the Viper come back out. I cannot wait to see what that results to. And moving on, we got the Lyra Valkyria and Bayley show. That's what I'm going to call it, because this was an incredible booking decision by Triple H and the writers for SmackDown. I love the fact that they're doing a tag team gauntlet in the women's division so that the winners face Liv and Raquel at WrestleMania. And guys, this was an absolute massacre. Lyra Valkyria is getting the push of the year. I can't believe how amazing she looked tonight, along with Bayley. Bayley did a great job. These two mesh so well together. I was shocked. I was truly shocked how amazing everything went for them and that segment. So let's talk about the women's SmackDown tag division. So we got to see Pure Fusion Collective, which is going to be Zoey Stark and Shayna Baszler, and wow, did they look sad. I mean, geez Louise, they looked like they did not want to be there. And my real question here is, why do they call themselves Pure Fusion Collective if Sonya Deville got fired and she's not there? Like, just rebrand. They haven't been on the show for, like 2 months. So, like, I don't know. Let's change it up, maybe. I don't know. And then next out in that match, we got Maxxine Dupri and Natalya. Oh, my goodness, guys. This was Maxxine Dupri's time to shine. She did such a great job. I love seeing Maxxine Dupri shine. That was really cool to see. Natalya didn't even get to wrestle, but she looked good, so that's fine. But yeah, Maxxine Dupri really making the most of her moments. I hope to see her more. Next out, we had Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, man. They need more time on TV. I think that they are a great tag team. They have great chemistry, obviously. Been doing this for a long time. They got squashed ultimately. And then lastly, we got Piper Niven and Alba Fire, Chelsea's Green security team. And they looked really funny in those tuxedos that they were wearing. I think that Piper was stiff. It looked kind of awkward. Like the ending of that match was really, really messy, really, really sloppy. And it had nothing to do with Lyra and Bayley, going 20 minutes of wrestling several different groups of women. This was purely on Piper Niven and Alba Fire. It just looked sloppy. It looked messy. I wonder if it was because of the tuxedos. I hope they don't wear them again when they wrestle. I just did not like what I saw. But you know what? At the end of the day, I am thrilled that this happened. This was an excellent way to pique interest in the women's tag division. I skipped out on Meechin and BFAB. They were also there. I really thought that Meechin and BFAB, they've had a lot of momentum, right? So Meechin had a shot at the U.S. women's title, and then also BFAB's been going against faces like Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton. So I really thought that maybe she was going to be able to get an opportunity to shine in the tag division. But ultimately, it is what it is. I'm excited to see Lyra and Bayley at WrestleMania going up for those women's tag team titles. Shoot, they might throw the tag titles on Lyra and have that with the IC title. So that is insane. That is cool to see. What a great match. What a fun time that was. I can't wait to see what happens next and the result of that match at WrestleMania with her and Liv Morgan and Raquel and Bayley. All right, moving on, we got the Drew and Damian segment, which was cut short because Drew came out like a maniac and he just destroyed Damian Priest. And guys, Drew McIntyre is a top star and he deserves to be treated like such, man. He is such a talented individual. And I think that he is not getting the proper treatment in this Damian feud, unfortunately. And it is what it is. I mean, you got to start somewhere. They're both new to the SmackDown brand. Why not have them go up against one another? They are both former heavyweight championship holders. So ultimately, you got to do what you got to do to make it interesting. But man, I'm really missing Damian on Raw. I think he was such a great fit on the Raw brand. But you got to the goal in the WWE is to get over and stay over. So you really can't make excuses. If you can get over in one brand, you can get over in another. So he's got to figure that out. I hope that this feud ends up being beneficial for both of these guys because I really do have a soft spot for both of them. And at the end of this segment, we got to see Drew McIntyre bleeding because of a headshot that he took from Damian off of the steel steps. And then, of course, Drew ended up taking those steel steps and hitting Damian with them. And then he also hit a destroyer on Damian on top of those stairs, which it looked like it hurt Drew more than it did Damian. But Damian's on the floor. He's shocked. He's freaking out. And then Drew just snatches his chain. I mean, such a disrespectful thing. I really, really enjoy Drew's demented nonsense that he's been doing. And you know what this is really leading up to? We're going to be getting a Sin City match. A Sin City street fight versus Drew and Damian at WrestleMania. So what I think is going to be happening here is that we're going to have a Damian dub here, a Damian win at WrestleMania. This is very reminiscent of when Damian went up against Bad Bunny at Backlash. So let me know what you guys think about the results of this match. I think it'll be something that'll be crazy. And of course, Drew is going to lose once again. All right, we got Rey Fenix going up against Berto. Oh my gosh, guys. This was excellent match. 5 out of 5. Beautiful match. Perfect lucha style match. This was incredible. Not one single thing went wrong in this match like last week with Phoenix and Nathan Frazier. This was a perfect style lucha libre mess. This should have been Phoenix's intro into the WWE going up against Berto. This was incredible. I just loved every second of this match. I was glued to my screen. Lucha is back in the WWE, guys, and I can't wait to see where this amounts to. But speaking of which here, it does look like Phoenix is going through LWO rejects, whereas Penta, on his introduction, he was kind of doing his own thing, going through his own thing on Raw, and not really going through that LWO route. It does look like Phoenix is going to be going up against several other luchas, and I'm totally okay with it because these matches are top-tier matches. But I think this is all ultimately leading up to a feud with Santos and then also a feud with Andrade. We might even get some kind of triple threat. I mean, this would have been perfect for WrestleMania, guys. Santos Escobar, Andrade versus Rey Fenix in a triple threat lucha match. I mean, man, it was right here in the palm of our hands, and the WWE dropped it. I thought that would have been super cool to see, but ultimately we are going to be getting some cool storylines with this and also some amazing matches, so I can't wait to see what happens. But Berto, shout out to you, brother. You did a phenomenal job, and you really put Fenix over, and that was such a great time and a 5 out of 5 match for sure. All right, we got Cody Rhodes coming out and just talking about the past and talking about the present, okay? And he's just trying to show you guys that he's a normal guy. He's a normal dude who just wants to maintain his stardom, his title, but he ultimately knows that his reign can't go forever, which is kind of prepping us for what I think is going to be happening is John Cena is going to be winning at WrestleMania 41, and Cody Rhodes is going to drop the title. Now, what he was trying to portray here is that it is actually the WWE universe versus John Cena. Okay, it's not Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. It's the whole entire WWE fandom versus John Cena, because John Cena is trying to portray the fans, us, as the ones that caused him to have this change of heart, to have this nasty behavior. So we have to remember that it's really us versus John Cena, and Cody is one of us. He's a working man. That's kind of what is instilled in him from his father, right? He's the American dream, guys, or nightmare, whatever. So I love the evolution of the titles. We got to see just some beautiful things, and then I loved the Eddie chants when we got to the part where Cody said Latino Heat. We had Eddie chants in Seattle. Man, that was so cool to see. It was really emotional, honestly. And then of course we got to see the spinner belt. Hey, I mean that's subtle foreshadowing right there, guys. That is very subtle. And I don't know. I'm excited about that. If John Cena wins, we better see that damn spinner title once again. And then we got to see, like I said, the evolution of titles and where they're at now. And Cody, it was a simple segment. It was just to get Cody out there, but I liked the idea. It kept me engaged. All right, moving on to the match that I thought was really, really good, and a potential match that we should have been having at WrestleMania. Am I right here? So we got Roxanne going up against Tiffany Stratton. I would have loved to see this at WrestleMania. Roxanne Perez, guys, she came in second place in the Women's Royal Rumble, and then she was also a participant in the Elimination Chamber as well. So, I mean, man, this really could have been the thing for her, but I don't know. I don't understand the ideology of throwing her in a random match with Tiffany Stratton and then her losing. I don't really like that. I don't think that's the best idea in the world, but I think Roxanne proved tonight that she's definitely able and she's at the caliber she needs to be at to be successful in the WWE. And of course, after the match, we got to see Charlotte come out and just destroy Tiffany Stratton. She ended up destroying her, throwing her over the table, throwing her through a barricade, and ultimately Wade Barrett had to get to her face and be like, dude, you're gonna get fired. Like, you need to chill on this. Like, stop doing this. Leave her alone. Blah blah blah. But also, what was kind of like shown a little bit, not too much, but Charlotte actually jumped Tiffany Stratton pre-show outside the parking lot. And all I want to say, guys, is that Charlotte Flair has so much heat right now, and the fact that she came back trying to be the babyface and really trying to make Tiffany Stratton a heel, but it's obviously flipped. Listen, Charlotte Flair is going through some turmoil in her personal life, and now she's going through some turmoil in the WWE, but you know what? This is where it shows that she's a true pro. She's taking that and she's using it to her advantage. So shout out to Charlotte Flair. Makes me respect her even more. Obviously, nothing's off limits with her. You can say what you want about divorces and all this nonsense, but she's going to come out and she's going to put on a good match. So I think as WWE fans, we need to respect Charlotte Flair. And you know what, guys? I'm rooting for Charlotte Flair. I hope Charlotte Flair wins that damn title at WrestleMania and beats Tiffany Stratton, because you know what? I think Tiffy time is out. Tiffy time is out, guys. I think it's Charlotte Flair's time to shine and get number 17 and become the GOAT of the WWE. Let me know what you think about that. I know it's going to be crazy. Guys, we got Carmelo Hayes and The Miz. Pretty cool. I think that'd be nice. I think this is obviously an opportunity for Carmelo Hayes to kind of get that push that he really hasn't. He has been sort of sidelined, I should say, and not really utilized to his best abilities. So I think him being paired up with The Miz is a really great idea. I love that. I was really hoping for him to get a U.S. title shot, but it is what it is. In due time, guys. He's only been in the main roster for a year now, so this is definitely going to be a great opportunity for him to see what greatness really looks like, and The Miz is obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer. And overall thoughts on the show, guys. Solid episode. I love the length of that women's Gauntlet tag team match. 25-minute match on SmackDown, and it was a Gauntlet tournament style thing. You don't get that too often, and it was really, really amazing. We had a This Is Awesome chance during that. I just want to, again, give a huge shout out to that segment. What a great freaking time that was. And of course, I say we had long matches, then we had Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega's match, which got cut short because Chelsea Green got counted out of the ring. So she got disqualified. Now, that doesn't mean Zelina Vega wins the title because you can't win at a DQ, but ultimately, now we are going to be getting a 6-woman tag team match from this. And I'm kind of confused by that, but whatever. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some kind of announcement that there will be a U.S. title women's match with Chelsea Green and Zelina Vega at WrestleMania. If there's still spots open, we'll have to see. I'm not really sure how that's going to go, but again, great episode. I loved every second of it. I was glued to my TV. All the matches were phenomenal, and they just did a great job. Guys, we got 8 more days until WrestleMania. I cannot wait. I'm so pumped, and Sunday is going to be the day, obviously. All the great matches are on Sunday. We got the IC title match. We got, obviously, Cody versus Cena. We're going to have Drew and Damian on Sunday. It's going to be a great freaking time. I cannot wait. So, everyone, I really appreciate you tuning in to another edition of Road to Ringside. And, of course, guys, if you haven't already, please like the video. Please comment on the video. And lastly, most importantly, please subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. And we'll be reviewing Raw and also previewing it. So, watch out for that video. And everyone, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to y'all soon about that Raw preview. Have a good one.